Hi, this is Grant Fitch from Azusa Pacific University, and I will be describing the Woodcock-Johnson Test of Achievement number 3. This video will review the test kit, explain the purpose of the assessment, address the different areas assessed in the test, provide information regarding scoring, and lastly, I will show an example of a sample subtest. The purpose of this assessment is to determine whether special education services are needed for the student. Also, this assessment is used to reevaluate students who have disabilities to determine if special education services are still needed for that child. The Woodcock-Johnson emphasizes the identification of strengths and weaknesses by providing comparisons both within and across each of 3 batteries: cognitive abilities, achievement, and oral language. The Woodcock-Johnson consists of 20 tests and assesses many different achievement areas. It assesses oral vocabulary, story recall, visualization, memory of words, concept formation, so on and so forth. So the Woodcock-Johnson comes with a variety of materials that you have to use. So the first one from the test kit is the student response booklet, and that's listed here. Right? So as you can see, the ones afforded to me were in Spanish, so that kind of made it a little fun. And this is a sample, so we're not to write on that one. The student response booklet is used when a student has to physically write answers to a prompt, or when students have to perform like different math computations, or fill in the blanks, those kinds of things. So the next piece is the test record booklet, and that's right here. In the top area, that's where we list some demographic information about the student. And then in the bottom area here, that's the observation checklist portion, and that's where the examiner fills out the general appearance of the student's cooperation on the exam, the mood of the student, and some other intangible student dispositions. Also listed in the test record booklet is information about the basal and ceiling for each test, and information regarding how to score each subtest, which is very important because they change. For most subtests, the student will receive a 1 for a correct answer and a 0 for an incorrect answer. That leads to this big old thing right here. This is the actual test book, and it has an examiner side and a student side. So I'm going to go ahead and flip to number 9 here. All right, so this first portion here is just kind of an overview of the entire subtest, and that's going to tell you kind of what to do and what not to do, what to say, what not to say. It also has scoring information on here, so you get a 1 for a correct and a 0 for an incorrect, but it also says, don't mark the student wrong if he or she mispronounces a word or anything like that. So for this test, it gives the basal as test by complete pages until the 6 lowest numbered items administered are correct. And it also has the ceiling information as well. Test by complete pages until the 6 highest numbered items administered are incorrect. So after that, it gives you the suggested starting point. So for our student here, our fictional student, we're going to be in grade 1 achievement. So we're going to start item 5 on page 145. And once again, this is test 9, passage comprehension. So we're going to go there, page 135. And this is how the test is going to go. So this is the examiner side. It has a sample item here, right? So there's going to be a symbol for a house, a picture of a house, and a symbol for a dog. And what I'm going to do is point to the symbol of the house and say, which is right here, not the dog that I was pointing to, right here. This is a house. So then I'm going to point to the symbol for the dog and say, this is a dog. And I'm going to say to the student, now you show me which one of these tells about this big picture. And this is what it looks like to the student. So the student's going to see these two and then point to this one and say, that one. And say, yay, great. All right. So that's kind of an example of how the test goes, and it increases in difficulty as you increase in grade achievement. So some of these, then turn into like full-blown reading passages. So they got to read. They got to read this and fill in the most appropriate word. So it does increase in difficulty. So while the student is doing this, the examiner is filling out in this booklet correct answers. And after that, you're going to have a book and a test full of correct answers, and you're going to go into the online interface, and you're going to type all these up, blah, 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 blah. And then it's going to give you a printout of all the information, the correct answers, and kind of what that means. So that'll give you the qualitative as well as the quantitative results of the exam. So that's all I got. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.